going on, guys? This is Will from Ript Disc Golf, and today we're going to be doing an in the bag. This is actually my very first bag I've ever put together, so I'm super excited to go through it with you. And yeah, let's just get started. The bag itself is the new Atlas Dark Horse colorway Pioneer. I've been loving it so far. Fits all my new discs, so it's great. The first thing is the microfiber towel attached here to the outside, along with this banana whale sack I have here. This side, I have two minis. The first is a mini Berg, and the second is a custom mini I got. It's Rick and Morty. Huge fan of the show. But yeah, let's get started with the actual discs. So first up are my putters. I have two of them right now. These are both the James Conrad Nomad versions. Still pretty new to this sport, so I haven't really tried out a ton of putters, but when I picked these up, they felt really good in the hand, so this is what I'm going with for this season. Next up are the throwing putters that I'm planning on using. I have two Envies. One's in the soft electron plastic and one is in the soft neutron plastic. This one I was actually able to just finally get in. It took forever to get back in stock, so I haven't thrown this one yet, but I'm super excited to do that and see how it flies. Next up are my approach putters. First is the Berg here, and this is a super interesting disc that I found, mainly because of the feel in the hand. It has this like thumb track along the top, which is unlike most of the other discs that you'll find, but it's a really low speed putting approach, and I've been using it a lot lately on just those straight upshots. You know, this doesn't fly too far. It wants to get to the ground, and it always finishes to the left just a little bit, so it's nice and reliable. The other one is the Zone, which is a super popular putting approach, and I see why. I've really been enjoying this. I use this for almost all my approaches and upshots now. But yeah, really enjoy this one. So moving into the mid-ranges, first is my deflector. This is a super overstable mid-range. Yeah, just the courses around here, they're pretty wooded, and a lot of these holes have some pretty tight bends, and it's just nice to have a disc like this where I know I can throw it. No matter how I release it, it's always gonna end to the left there. So my next mid-range is the Buzz, and I actually have three of these. They're just all in different plastics. The first one is this new ESP Buzz. I really like this color and the stamp on it, but there's this one and the Z plastic. Both of these are new, and fly just how a Buzz is supposed to fly. This third one was the first one I got. One of my buddies actually gave it to me at the end of last year. It's the Halloween edition. It's gotten pretty beat in as I've been using it, so that's why I picked up a couple other ones, but still really enjoy it. My last mid-range is the Paradox from Axiom, and this is another really interesting disc that I found. So I don't really have too much of a forehand right now. I'm still mainly a backhand thrower, and that really makes it difficult on some of those holes that turn really hard to the right. But this disc is super understable, so I can throw it really flat, and it just wants to keep on turning. So yeah, this has really been fun to throw. So moving into the fairways, I have two TBird 3s. these are pretty popular discs, and this pink one here I actually picked up last year. I've been using it for a while. This is now my go-to disc. I play a lot of wooded courses, so I don't need, some of those big distance drivers. So this does the job. I can get this to fly really good, and I know how it flies. So it's starting to get beat in pretty good. So that's why I picked up another one. Same plastic. I really like the feel. Really like the way this throws. So I'm gonna keep using that. Next are the Servo from MVP Disc and the Stalker from Discraft, and both of these are kind of fighting for a spot in my bag right now. I've never thrown either of these. So far since I've got them, I've maybe thrown each of them about one or two times, but they're very similar, almost the exact same numbers. The only difference is the servo is just half a speed slower. So from what I know, the Stalker is a really straight flying neutral disc. So I expect the same from this. But yeah, I think by the end of the year, one of these is going to have a spot in my bag, and the other one is going to, not make the cut. And my last fairway that I have is a Leopard in the Champion plastic, and I really enjoyed this disc. This was actually one of the first ones that I got in one of my starter packs, but I had it in the DX plastic, so it got beat in super quick, and it was so understable, couldn't use it anymore. So when I was going through and trying to find different things to build this bag, I knew I had to pick another one of these up, but I got it in this little bit of a better plastic, that way it'll hold up for me. And moving into the distance drivers, this first one is actually a disc that I found maybe about a week ago, but no name, number or anything, so don't want it to go to waste. I haven't thrown it too much, but I do know that the Firebirds are pretty overstable. But yeah, other than that, haven't really been able to test it out too much. Decided to throw this one. The next one is the Raptor. Just like the Firebird, this one I believe has almost the same exact numbers, except this is slightly less overstable. But I have used this one on a couple holes, and I really like the way this flies. It has its purposes. This isn't like a go-to disc for me, but when there's a shot that I know I need to go to the left pretty hard, this is the one that I'm going to throw. The next two are the Wraith. One's in the Star Plastic and one's in Champion. And these are pretty much just if I need some distance, I'm gonna throw these. I can throw these pretty straight, and they end the same way for me every time. But yeah, if I'm walking up to a pretty open shot and I need to, get some distance behind it, these are the discs I'm gonna go to. And this is my fastest distance driver. This is a Star Destroyer. I don't throw this too often. This is more of a utility disc for me as well. If I need to have like a big hyzer or something, this works really well for a big hyzer spike or something along those lines. But yeah, this is really fun to throw for certain shots, and you know exactly what it's going to do. Next up is the Trace by MVP Discs, and I actually found this from one of my buddies. This was their go-to. They ended up losing theirs, but when I was building my bag, I decided to pick one up, give it a try. These numbers, for me, this should fly pretty pretty neutral. Get some good distance out of this. But yeah, really excited to try this one out and see how it flies. So one of my understable distance drivers is the Valkyrie, and just like the Leopard before, I got this in one of my starter kits as well, in the DX plastic. I loved it. It was really fun to watch this thing fly when I learned how to throw it, finally. It just got too beat in, got way understable, and so when I was building another bag, I decided I had to pick one up. And yeah, hopefully this one lasts a little longer too, since I got in the champion plastic this time. And last but not least is the Avenger SS. This is probably my most understable distance driver, but it's been really fun to throw. And yeah, I eventually want to maybe learn and practice doing some rollers with this. I haven't thrown too many of those yet, but I know this is a pretty good disc for that. But yeah, that's my bag for this year. A lot of these I haven't thrown at all, or just a couple times. I'm still learning these, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how this year goes. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more content, and we'll see you in the next one.